So I wanted to do a little check-in after that Mars turning direct energy. Whoa. Can we say whoa? Can we say holy shit? Because I was like next level. Like, what the heck? If you were feeling the intensity of this Mars turning direct on the 23rd, 24th, you were not alone. I think so many of us felt that. Like Sunday, I was out on the couch, emotional, tired, just feeling really intensely that I needed rest, that I needed recalibration, that I needed to just completely surrender to the moment. That's what it felt like. And I did. It was a jammy day for me on Sunday, like all day. I couldn't even motivate myself to get dressed. Like I just didn't want to. I literally got up, I made a coffee. I was like, okay, let's see what we're going to do today. And then my body was like, nothing. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do nothing. And so I rolled with it. I just totally went with it because it was not happening. And the energy, guys, has been so, like, this entire Mars retrograde period has been so, how do I want to put it? It was like heavy on the one end. It felt sluggish a little bit. It felt slow. It felt like stagnation, I think, for a lot of people. It felt like nothing was moving, nothing was changing. Like there was like good days and bad days. There was high energy days and low energy days. It was just such a mixed bag of stuff. And the influence here is what I really want to highlight is how much we are actually influenced by everything going on in the heavens all the time on a daily basis. This is like a day-to-day change. This is day-to-day transformation that we are experiencing right now. So can you imagine like what you are what your soul and your spirit is moving through when you're going through these massive recalibrations, this constant sort of shedding period with little breaks in between that sometimes don't feel like breaks at all. But you know what I mean? Like there is respite. There is some time off here from this constant evolution that we're currently experiencing. But I don't know about you. I feel like 2025, it's like just ramped up like so much and so intensely because it needs to. It needs to. It's like this push we're getting, from the universe to really, really get going on those things that are stagnating in our lives, to make change, to freaking release, to let that shit go, right? Like we're so motivated and pushed and inspired. And sometimes it doesn't feel like that because you're so tired or you feel so defeated or you feel so unsupported, I guess, like, especially if you don't have a good support group around you, if you don't have people that really are conscious enough to support you on your journey and like get and understand what you're moving through, then it's extra hard. And I'm one of those people. I'll flat out say it. I love my family because my family, I feel very blessed and very lucky that I have a very awesome family and we love each other and we all have our good and our bad sides, of course, like everybody else. But when it comes to this spiritual journey, like it's such a solo journey for me. It is, I'm riding solo on this all the way. Like there isn't really, it's not something I can really discuss because we're all on our own ascension journey and people don't get it. And I mean, that's okay that they don't get it, but it doesn't make the journey easy, right? It just kind of adds that challenge. However, something I've really discovered in this process is the whole point and the reason why some of us have no support system in this spiritual evolution or this ascension journey is because we're meant to turn to God. It's like we are meant to reconnect to the spiritual aspect of ourselves, and we are meant to reconnect and turn to a higher power that we have been disconnected from, right? Or that we simply didn't know better or just didn't have that kind of a background or upbringing where it was a natural thing for us to be connected to spirit, to source, to God. So I just want to say that as the energy has now turned direct, we are literally right now, since yesterday, we are literally like, it's like all in. We are in this energy of go all in. We're also in a little window of of a break or like a respite here, which we always get, by the way, after really intense planetary transitions, we always get a break. I don't know if you guys notice this pattern, but I've noticed this. And so right now, literally for the next 5 days, including yesterday and today, for the next 5 days until March the 1st, every single planet is moving forward. Yay. Oh my God, can we have a little party for that? So this means that we have to focus on creation. There is this absolutely uninhibited, unbound, I'm hearing, creativity energy that we can fully tap into right now. So if there is anything that you've been thinking about creating or toying with the idea of starting, this would be a really good time to do that, because you are just going to receive such guidance, such clarity, such inspiration, forward momentum that you haven't really had, or that we haven't had a period where we just haven't had any retrograde planets, right? When planets are retrograde, there's always something that we have to revisit. There's always something we have to go back to. There's always old lessons that come up. There's always old patterns that repeat, and thought processes and belief systems, old belief systems that we have to examine. So there's always like a lot of inner work and stuff that happens during retrogrades. But when all planets are in forward motion, when all planets are unbound or unrestricted in the way that, of course, we see it from planet Earth. I mean, they're always unbound and unrestricted, but you know what I'm saying? Like when they're all moving forward and are in this energetic flow, because it's like a spiral. This is how we are actually moving through the universe. So we're creating this spiral, this ripple effect, as we are moving through the universe, not only as a planet, but as an entire solar system. And as we are moving through, in these periods where there is no retrograde, there is like massive forward momentum. And that means that everything is like unrestricted, uninhibited. So there's this beautiful opportunity to really tap into like really high dimensional information, like cosmic codes and light codes and Akashic records. There's all kinds of different things we have access to, more so during these times. And so it's important to take advantage of that, right? To use it to your advantage. And all you have to do to use it to your advantage is to quiet your mind, to get the ego out of the way. It's like you have to learn how to allow your ego to step aside, to like gently guide your ego to just take a back seat, so that the spirit can come forth, and so that your spirit can rule, can be in control, can be in power, in the sense that the spirit rules through its creation, right? Spirit wants to create constantly. It wants to make something new, make something of nothing, because that's why do you think it's so fulfilling? That's why so many people feel so fulfilled when they're creating, because since time has begun, since time has been time, people, human souls, have always had a desire to create. Not only human souls, but other souls too, in other planetary systems. Like, this is a natural process of being a part of a living universe, right? Is creation. There is a constant creation happening as things collide out in the universe. It creates something new. It creates something different. So it's like an inherently woven fabric or matrix that we're all tapped into. So this is the creation energy that we can now access, and we can access so much more easily. And I find that you can access it more easily when you are outside, when you are connecting with the natural world, because the natural world is so uninhibitedly tapped in and connected into that creation energy, because it just does it so naturally, right? The way the 4 seasons are constantly in this, and see, I'm doing like the infinity symbol, how it infinitely knows to go through its cycles of death and rebirth, right? It's like constantly creating and then collapsing into it and then creating something new again. And it's always a little bit different. It's always a little bit newer, or like upgraded or different in some kind of way. Get outside, take long walks, Spend time on the beach if you can, if you're in a climate where you're able to. And even if it's cold, like the lake is pretty close to my house here. Like even when it's cold, I can still go down to the lake, right? You just got to dress appropriately. But like connect to water. We are in Pisces season. And by the way, there are 6 signs/points that are in Pisces right now. This is such incredible watery energy. This is such spiritual rebirth I'm hearing, because Pisces is actually like the most feminine sign of all the water signs, or of all the signs, I should say. And Pisces is also a very highly, I don't know if it's the most, I would say actually, yes. Pisces is like probably the most spiritual sign of all the signs out of the 12 zodiacs. So this is this massive rebirth of your spirituality, of your spirit, of your connection to spirit, and of your connection to everything that is a representation of or is an embodiment of spirit. So what does that mean? That would be nature. Because nature is naturally, like I said, it is woven into the energy fabric of the natural world, this deeply spiritual cosmic component. So what are you going to create over the next 5 days, my friend, or the next 5 days? What are you going to, and how are you going to allow yourself to travel through this portal? I see it as a portal, actually. This 5-day window, like we are in it already. You are in at some point, somewhere along this portal, this energy, this Pisces energy portal. I see it like this like watery, it literally looks like a water tunnel. That's how I'm seeing it. And it's like, walk through and let it cleanse you, let it wash you. Even activities actually right now that are water related are going to be super beneficial. Cleanse, wash away, clear away the toxins from the body through drinking and hydrating more. Cleanse and wash away the body on the outside with water, salt baths, showers, get it on your crown, right? Like just keep washing. Set intention when you are in water or around water to cleanse your energy, to allow it to wash away impurities, energetic impurities, or thought forms and belief systems and certain dense and heavy emotions in particular. Set intentions for that, to have those more dense emotions wash away and clear out of you during this 5-day portal. This is so powerful. This is such a magical time to truly be alive. And even though these energies really kick our asses sometimes, because it does, man. Like Sunday, I really felt it. It was really, I was just really tired. I can't say really any negative, and it's not even a negative. I don't look at it that way. It just was intense, and it challenges me sometimes. And I'm just like, because I get annoyed with the challenge all the time. It's like, fuck. Like, I know I'm strong, but come on. Like, give me a break. Oh, right? So give yourself permission. Give yourself some time to like really clear out whatever is left. And I'm feeling heart space stuff, so there's definitely some emotion on the left side, I think, for many of you. So any issues with females, any unresolved what is this, like I'm hearing love, like any unresolved or unrequited love energy that's like stuck in your heart space, any unforgiveness that is stuck in the heart space right now, especially when it comes towards the feminine energy for some reason. Okay, and I'm just reminded that it's because we're in Pisces, so it's like the feminine, healing the feminine. Oh my God. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So healing the feminine is actually really what is cleansing. It's what we're in the energy of right now. So take a look at your female connections, and this is so, oh my God, this is so cool. This is so interesting, because I had my little rant last week about like my sister and my daughter, right? Females. Okay, all right. So cool. I love it when Spirit just like, but yeah, tap into that and see and feel into it. Like, who do I have beef with? Who do I have like unresolved issues with? Or who do I have unforgiveness towards? Who do I still have maybe like a little bit of resentment towards, or maybe just feelings of sadness, maybe feelings of like, they did me wrong and like that hurt and why, right? Like whatever is connected to female at this point, that's something really important and really good to look at, because this very feminine Piscean energy, because 5 different planets and points, including the North Node, by the way, okay? The North Node is your North Star. It is the direction which you are meant to go in life. It is pointing you upward. It is pointing you towards healing, pointing you towards elevating, right? What within the female energy are you needing to recalibrate, heal, clear out, purge emotionally, so that you can elevate, so that you can move into higher realms, higher vibration? Actually, I'm getting, there's a fly in here. Whoa. It's like February, dude. Okay. It's time to clear this stuff out. It's time to let it go. It's time to forgive. It's time to forgive yourself. Okay. And then there's this message coming through about like the feminine within us, healing the feminine within us. Ooh, this is juicy. Okay. So really tapping into that receiving, the feminine, the nurturing aspect of the self. Give me 1 second. Let me look into more like a broader, I'm just getting this thing. I need to like look up like the broader perspective of feminine energy so that I can really see what else spirit is like. There's something here I need to look for. Give me 1 sec. Okay, I found it. So there's makes so much sense. Okay, so in spirituality, feminine energy, right? And let me just quickly point out here physically, the feminine energy or the feminine side of your body is the left side. Okay, it's always the left side of the body. So everything happening on your left side is connected to receiving. If you have any pain, any discomfort of any kind, any rashes, any physical ailments, anything that is physically off or out of balance on the left side of your body, just because we're so focused on feminine energy right now, that has to do with your ability to receive, you allowing yourself to receive, you allowing yourself to have. It has to do with how you nurture yourself or how you receive nurturing from others, or whether you receive it or not. It also obviously connects with the mother. It connects with the females in your life. It connects with your own feminine energy. So again, this is an aspect of like how you do those feminine things for yourself, or how you receive or allow others to give to you, to nurture you, to have compassion for you, or whether you feel like they have compassion for you. Like it's really, really tied into a lot. It's other people and your own stuff. But feminine energy is associated with qualities like nurturing, compassion, intuition, creativity. Oh my God, it makes so much sense. So we're all really in our feminine right now, by the way. So like tap into that, because feminine energy is creation energy, right? We create, our womb is a representation of that, how we create life, right? Receptivity, interconnectedness. So there's a lot here. This is about how receptive are you? How much are you allowing yourself to follow your truth, to follow your own path? Follow what feels best for you, what is actually truly in your heart, instead of what other people want from you or others want of you. I think there's a huge highlight here about giving and receiving as well under this very heavy Piscean energy. Like, really look at that right now, because all this forward momentum with all these planets in direct motion, it's highlighting this for us to become really, really aware of how receptive we are, how much balance or imbalance is there when it comes to your giving and your receiving. And remember, this was something I mentioned in my little like freak out video and in my little venting video, because because I could feel that it's off, or that it has been off. And I can feel certain things not being right or not being balanced. And I'm now, because I'm aware, and I'm so grateful for that, blow up that I had, because it really, really made me aware of like where I need to course correct, where I need to still bring this into harmony, still, work on those certain aspects of myself that tends to overgive, that tends to put other people's needs before my own, right? It's tapping into that and realizing like, oh shit, like I gotta correct this, because if I'm freaking out about it, if it's upsetting me that much, or if I get triggered by it that much, that means that I'm not okay with it. Deep down, my soul is not okay with it. So why am I perpetuating that issue? Why am I not changing the behavior, right? Or changing my actions? So all this Piscean energy and feminine energy as a whole represents a powerful force for healing. Like it represents connection and flow, and it transcends gender completely. This is an energy. I'm only talking about an energy right now, not about gender at all. So it's highlighting how we need to bring back into balance and harmony this vital life force energy. And I think I'm also hearing it's what's being highlighted is how we are misusing this energy, how we are not using it consciously. So there's a big like motherly archetype here with this. There's a big like feminine archetype in general with this. Like I said, looking at connections, looking at the balance in those connections, with those people in your life, looking at the balance of this energy as it pertains to you within yourself, right? How nurturing, how compassionate, how patient, how kind, how sort of motherly are you with yourself? Because you might actually really feel like this instinct come alive within you under these 5 days of forward momentum, and with all this Piscean energy in the mix, of like really instinctually wanting to care for and support other people. But remember, the first person you have to do that for is yourself. And there's also like a really heavy emphasis here on intuition, right? Tapping into your intuition right now, like at this time, over these next 5 days, really be aware. Oh my God, like just more aware than usual. Okay. Like really pay attention. And I was actually hearing a message this morning. I'm brushing my teeth, and I was hearing a message about needing to consume less and create more under these 5 days. So really like pull back on the consumption, especially when it comes to social media. Give yourself pockets of time where throughout every single day over these next 5 days, tap confirmation, thank you, where you are really just letting yourself like go with the flow. And I really hope to God that you have some quiet time, or that you have some personal space where you're able to just be with yourself and in your own energy, so that you can do that, because that's where you can really tap into it. And if you can't do it in the home, or like in your house where you're living, because maybe other people are living with you and it's busy and chaotic or whatever, then go outside, take some time and sit under a tree or whatever. Like if it's cold, then bundle up and go for a walk, and just no phone, no earbuds, nothing, like just go for a walk and listen to the sounds of nature. Because every time I want to receive more guidance, or I want to like tap into my own intuition more, what I do is when I go for a walk, I don't take my phone. I actually stopped taking my phone out for walks. I used to always take it out. I was always listening to music. And for several months now, actually, I've been finding that I don't want to take my phone, because I want to hear my own messages, right? And music will distract me from that. So take some time over these next 5 days, tap in, listen deeply and with intention, and even set intentions actually, because we've got a new moon coming up, I think on the 28th. 27th, 28th, something like that. We have a new moon coming up, also in Pisces, surprise. That is going to be this beautiful new beginning energy, right? So it's like you can already now start setting 25. Yeah, we're already under that energy. So you can already start setting intentions to be more creative, to be more in my feminine, to be more compassionate, more trusting, more in flow, more aligned with the rhythm of nature, more aligned with my own personal rhythm. Set these kind of intentions, because you're just going to find that it it strengthens your own will. It connects you to your own willpower, where you will have an easier time saying no to the things that rob you of your energy and that siphon off your energy. And you will be able to say yes to the things that actually feed you energetically, that actually fulfill you. And as I was saying feed, I was getting tinglies. So there's definitely activities that we need to tap into right now that are pouring into us, that are filling us and expanding our energy, versus things that are draining us and taking our energy. So I think that's everything I want to talk about. I don't want to make this video too long, but that's just kind of what I was getting this morning. And I was like massively in the flow myself. I sat, and I don't know if it's like my ego saying this, but I feel like I'm a better writer than I am a talker, because when I'm just quiet and I start typing, it's like it blows my mind sometimes how quickly and how easily it comes. It feels so good. Like, I am such a writer. It feels so good for me to write. That is my form of creation. That is how I really, really enjoy creating, and how I can express myself in a very, it's just very natural, very flowing kind of way. So if that resonates with you, write. Oh my God, write over these next 5 days. Even if you don't have like any specific idea of what you're going to write, like I didn't when I sat down this morning. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And I started responding to a client's email. And as I started to respond to her, I was just like channeling. It was just like whoosh, all this stuff was coming in. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to actually put this in a newsletter, and that's what you're going to be getting in the newsletter tomorrow, because it just started to flow. It started to just come so effortlessly and so naturally. And I could feel how it wasn't coming from me, it was coming through me. So write, create, paint, do some kind of artistic endeavor, make something with your hands, cook something, bake something. I don't know, whatever form of creation feels good to you right now. Over these next 5 days, create, man, as much as you can, as much as you want, as much as you feel excited to, or as much joy as you get out of it. Like, just let that joy guide you to create over these next 5 days. Because you could potentially start a book, you could start a business, you could start a new art project that becomes really successful, that you might end up selling for like really good money. I don't know, something somewhere. Even haircutting, I'm seeing right now, like creating a new haircut or getting a haircut. I don't know. That was just a weird visual I just got there. But hey, whoever clearly is tapping into this message needed to hear that. So somebody needed to hear it. So yeah, create over these next 5 days. Set intentions, and every single time that you even sit down to create, set an intention before that creation process starts. I intend to create something beautiful, something magical, something divine, something that is just going to flow through me. God, what is that thing? Sit down and start. Okay, so that's the message I have for today, and I will see you guys very, very soon in the next video. Oh, and of course, check out the description box for links to work with me to get these beautiful things. Get 20% off those. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you very soon.